It's just another ordinary day for Captain Manmohan Singh Kohli. He's a 34-year-old Indian mountaineer and naval officer, leading a team of climbers in the rugged Garhwal Himalayas. Little does he know that high-stakes Cold War espionage is about to lead to one of the most bizarre nuclear blunders in history. Like every expedition, he's checking gear, briefing his men, and preparing for the ascent. Just across the border in China, tensions are boiling. In October 1964, the People's Republic detonates its first atomic bomb in the Lop Nur Desert. The blast shakes the world, proving China has joined the nuclear club. The images of the mushroom cloud spread fear across the globe, pushing the United States and India into an urgent and secret alliance to monitor any future tests. The US and India, wary of Beijing's growing arsenal, hatch a secret plan to spy on future tests.
According to these files, they've mobilized 3 divisions here.
That contradicts the satellite data from last week. We need to verify this source immediately.
The images of secrecy and snow coming out of the Himalayas are mind-boggling. A nuclear device vanishes on one of the world's highest peaks. This is a covert op on a scale that's hard to fathom. There are new fears today that plutonium could leach into rivers, with serious concerns about contamination spreading far and wide across the subcontinent. Captain Kohli is at base camp when the mission briefs come in. It's September 1965, and he's recruited by India's Intelligence Bureau, working hand in glove with the CIA. The goal is to plant a remote sensing station on the summit of Nanda Devi, India's second highest mountain. There are growing fears that plutonium could leach into rivers if anything goes wrong, with serious concerns about contamination spreading far and wide. The device is a SNAP-19C radioisotope thermoelectric generator, powered by plutonium-238. Pu-238 decays, releasing heat that thermocouples convert into electricity. That power runs antennas and sensors to intercept telemetry signals from Chinese missile launches hundreds of miles away. The Himalayas provide the perfect natural vantage point, but the risks are immense if the device is lost. The Himalayas are a natural vantage point overlooking Xinjiang. Climbing Nanda Devi is treacherous. Steep ice walls, avalanches, and thin air that drains strength with every step. The team includes elite Indian climbers and American experts from the CIA's covert ops. They haul the generator in pieces, a fuel capsule the size of a grapefruit, weighing about 40 pounds, containing roughly 4 pounds of plutonium, enough to pose a massive risk if lost. Expeditions are routine for Kohli, who has summited Everest before. But real danger brings chaos. They need to stay sharp and hope the weather holds, because if it doesn't, the worst-case scenario looms. The device slides away in a storm, its plutonium capsule cracking open, releasing radiation that could contaminate the Ganges River, poisoning millions downstream for generations. At base camp, Kohli coordinates with his team. Everything appears on track so far. The gear is packed, porters ready. For a brief moment, everyone breathes easy and feels hopeful. But the climb is just the beginning. Events like the Nanda Devi mission remind us why the world needs experts who can design safer systems and respond to crises in the face of unimaginable danger. Up on the slopes, the wind picks up. They're small gusts at first, but grow larger and more powerful as they approach the summit ridge. Against this monster storm, the men don't stand a chance. Snow buries their tracks. Visibility drops to 0. Tents flap wildly. Equipment scatters like leaves. People run for their lives, seeking shelter on higher ground as the blizzard swallows the entire site. Kohli monitors the situation from a high camp. A report comes in from the advance team. The generator, lashed to a rock ledge for safety, can't be hauled further in these conditions. They decide to cache it there, secured with ropes, and descend, planning to return in spring. But as they retreat, the mountain claims its prize. An avalanche or landslide buries the site, sweeping the device away into a crevasse or down a glacier. Without the device, the spies have no eyes on China. They don't know if the plutonium capsule is intact or if radiation is already seeping out. Coley knows this situation extends far beyond the power plant itself. He reports to the local and national governments. Throughout the winter, a team of engineers tries to assess the situation, but fears grow of environmental disaster contaminating vast areas, rendering them uninhabitable for decades. While the team licks their wounds and recovers, the outside world remains clueless. This is top secret. But in the shadows, panic brews among handlers in Washington and Delhi. The Ganges originates nearby. Plutonium contamination could render vast areas uninhabitable, causing cancers and birth defects for generations. The workers at the agencies are forced to confront the true scale of the blunder. The climbers get creative for recovery. In spring 1966, they return with metal detectors and probes. But the device is gone, shifted by ice flows. Radiation levels are checked, but no spikes yet. Pressure mounts from Washington and Delhi. Coley pushes for more searches, but it's a last resort in deadly terrain. Radioactive release could spark an international incident, tainting US-India ties. Amid the chaos, Coley stays in close contact with CIA headquarters, but communication is difficult. People at HQ don't seem to grasp the gravity of the situation. Coley and his team feel abandoned. The snow levels are monitored every day, but the gauge is wrong. The device has moved deeper into the glacier. Radiation concerns spike on the very first year. Coley fears the worst. What if the capsule has a leak and is already releasing radioactive material? He receives new orders from headquarters. The search process must be started immediately. But Coley hesitates. The plant is still without power, and without it, searching can't be done properly. The mountain is still unstable, which means Coley has to send his workers into potentially contaminated areas. The next season, 1967 and 1968, the government expands searches. Helicopters buzz overhead. Residents in nearby valleys are quietly monitored for health issues. A few months later, a team spots debris, but no generator. The plutonium, with a half-life of 88 years, remains a ticking threat. Minutes turn to months, and the bad news just keeps coming. The mountain holds its secrets tightly. Just moments before giving up, Coley had sent some of his men to check on one last ridge. Now he's riddled with guilt. Did he just send them into danger for nothing? Coley has the sinking feeling he may never make it out of there alive. He bows before his team to apologize for his bad judgment. But with the very next breath, he asks them for their help again, fully aware of the incredible risk they are taking. He is moved by how many of them agree to keep going. This is it, Coley thinks. A shadow over the subcontinent. But giving up is not an option. Coley evacuates everyone who is not essential to monitoring the reactors. Out of dozens, a core group of about 50 people remains. India's fate now rests in their hands. The group will later become known as the Himalayan Spies. They risk their lives to prevent an even greater disaster. 60 years have passed since the Nanda Devi mission, and the device is still not found. The plutonium continues to decay unseen. And yet, the disaster could have been worse without people like Captain Coley. He passed away in 2021 from natural causes. According to reports, his illness was not related to radiation. It was just bad luck.